Sunshine YouTube channel. This week we are talking about jackets for spring. So we're going to be taking you through some fabric suggestions and some pattern suggestions for all sorts of jackets you could be wearing at this time of year. Even though it's got a bit colder this week, there is such a thing as layering and we love it. So let's get started. The first fabric I'm going to show you today is a pre-quilted fabric. So it's really good for this time of year for wearing underneath a bigger coat or for wearing it on its own. And it is a black and white check gingham, and it's a really tiny gingham, probably a couple of millimeters, and it's a black and white gingham, and then it's got this diamond quilting. I don't know if you can see that, but Lisa will put a bigger picture on the screen. And it's just this really soft, it's a cotton quilted fabric. It's really nice. It's kind of like a mid-weight quilting, and we thought it would be really perfect for making something like either the Tamarack jacket by Grainline Studios, which is a really popular quilted jacket pattern, or the Hovia by Megan Nielsen. The Tamarack, Grainline has actually made a hood and collar and patch pocket extension pack, which you can buy on their website, so you can make this into a hooded jacket. And I saw someone on Instagram make the hooded version, and it was really great. So that's if you're thinking about making a quilted jacket, that's a really nice option, and it'll keep your head warm, especially as it gets cold, which it has been doing this week here in the UK. So this fabric is just, it's, as I said, it's really soft, and it's a really nice sort of mid-weight as well. And if you don't want to get involved in quilting your own fabric, this is a good option. The next jacket we're going to show you today is a lighter weight jacket, and but it can be made out of lots of different fabrics. Like most of the coats that we're going to be showing you today, it can be made out of a variety of weights of fabric and types. And it is a new pattern to us, and it is the So Liberated Lichen or Lichen Duster coat. This coat is a really beautiful coat, and it's got a lovely shape. So it's across the back, it's got box pleats, and then it's got almost like a sort of Victorian Edwardian shape to it. So it gathers in and then comes out at the bottom. It's lovely, and it's got a shawl collar as well and princess seams. The fabric that we have chosen to go with this lovely new coat is the Sandwash viscose twill in the colour Midnight. It's a really pretty blue colour. It's kind of a very dark bluey, almost greeny kind of colour, and it is just lovely. And it's a really good weight as well, and has lovely drape. So we thought it would be a good pairing for this pattern, but you can also make this in linens, and if you're feeling very fancy, you can make it in a silk velvet as well. The next coat is a coat that I've actually made. I made it about 5 or 6 years ago, and it is the Avid Seamstress The Coat. This is a great coat for this time of year because it only has half a lining, and let me show you what I mean. So the lining only goes it sort of goes down to your waist, and then it doesn't go down the sleeves, so it's not too hot, and the rest of it is unlined. And so the fabric that we thought would be a really good choice for that is actually a boiled wool, and because it's not lined all the way down, it means that it won't be too hot, but it'll still be nice and sort of cozy as we go into spring. And the boiled wool that we have chosen is this amazing grassy green colour, and it is such a nice colour. And the other great thing about using a boiled wool on a jacket is that you can do raw edges and raw edge finishing, which is great if you don't like finishing projects like me. But also we thought you could use this fab new fabric from the new Fabric Godmother collection that we've just got in, which has this lovely, really pretty strawberry design, and the greens are really similar, so it would just look fab as the lining. But you could also make your own bias tape and bind the seams on the inside, and that would look really cute as well. The next jacket I'm going to talk about is a workwear jacket, and it is the Otterline from Merchant and Mills. This is a really fab sort of traditional workwear inspired jacket, the kind of thing that you would see in French markets and alike. And the fabric that we have chosen to go with this, even though you can make it out of lots of things from linen, corduroy, heavyweight denims, we've chosen a canvas twill, sort of a canvas type twill, and it is one of our Robert Kaufman Ventana twills in the colour Merlot. It's a really rich dark burgundy colour, and it is really lovely, and we thought this would go really well with this, and it's kind of, again, really good for layering, so you can chuck this on over the top of like a dress or something and then wear a coat on over the top if you're feeling cold, or you can just wear this out on its own. Next up, I'm going to show you the Heather Blazer, which is a fan favourite. It's a really great oversized blazer jacket, and you can make it out of lots of different woven fabrics. The woven fabric that we've chosen to show you today is a cotton linen. We've just restocked our cotton linens. We've got them in loads and loads of different colours. This is the Viridian Blue. It's just a gorgeous sort of mid-oceany blue, and it's lovely. And this fabric, this blazer calls for a lining, and luckily we've also just started stocking some new linings, and they are Bemberg Cupro linings. They're really, really soft. Cupro is a cotton byproduct, and so they're really soft and they are really satiny. They feel lovely, and also they pass the hair static test, so they don't get static. We've got them in 4 different colours. We've got this peachy colour, which is the one that we chose to go with this Viridian Blue. Just a gorgeous combo. But we also have it in this sort of dark, indigo-y, purpley blue. A gorgeous bright red colour. And also this fab green colour. So if you're looking for linings for jackets or anything really, we've now stocking these 4 different linings. So this fabric, the next fabric I'm going to show you today is a wool suiting, and the pattern that we have chosen to go with it is the Friday Pattern Company Ilford jacket, which you can either make in a kind of heavier weight fabric to make a jacket, kind of a workwear jacket, or you can make it in a lighter weight fabric, and that that's sort of more of a shacket, and you can also make a longer version as well. So along the lines, we're going for a kind of medium in between the two, and it is a wool suiting, as I said, and it's kind of like got a flannel texture, a really lovely brushed surface, and it is the tan plaid wool suiting. So it is a wool blend, and it's got a really good drape. It's in a tan, black and off-white colour, as I said, and we thought this would be really good as a kind of in-betweeny, not quite a jacket, not quite a shirt, a shacket. Yeah, and we thought this would be really good for this time of year. The last fabric and pattern that I'm going to show you today are the Merchant & Mills September coat, which is a sort of like a duster coat, which we just looked up, and we discovered that a duster coat was originally to protect your clothes from dust while you were on horseback or riding in an open top car. So the more you know. And this is a really great coat because it can be made out of, as I've said multiple times already, made out of lots of different weights of fabric, from corduroys and heavy denims right through to linens, so you can wear it all through the year, and you can also make it out of waterproof, like oilskins and things like that. And it's just a simple button-down coat with a nice little collar and pockets, and the fabric that we've chosen to go with this today is this checkerboard cotton twill, which is a kind of medium to heavyweight twill in this fab two-tone blue check. I just think this would look so cool, and you can make this either unlined or lined. I've seen it made in a kind of heavier weight cotton with, and then someone's used bias tape to bind the seams on the inside, and that looked really cool. I've also seen it paired on Instagram with the hooded tamarack that I talked about earlier, and that looked really great. So again, it's a really good piece for layering, so you can wear lots of layers underneath it, or just wear it on its own and make it out something like linen. If you wanted to wear it to like a wedding or something, it would look really cool as well. So yeah, that is our final suggestion for you today. Thank you so much for joining us this week when we talked about spring jackets. I hope you enjoyed it. We've had a massive restock on all of our haberdashery, some of which and tools, and some of which will come in really handy for making spring jackets. Things like this expandable button guide. I recently got one of these, and it has frankly changed my life because I never got even spacing on any of my buttons or buttonholes. But with this, it's so easy. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Brilliant, fantastic. The other thing that we have recently started stocking is a macaron needle minder and sharpener. They're so sweet, they're so cute. Look at this little pink macaron. Don't eat it, it does look edible. And it's got a magnet in it so you can put your pins and your needles on the top. But also, if you put your pins and needles into the side, into the sort of chocolatey bit in the middle, it sharpens them. So it's a really handy little gadget. So we've recently started stocking those as well. You can find everything for all of our sewing tools in the haberdashery section of our website. So go over there and take a look. As always, we're really grateful for all of your orders, and we hope you enjoyed this vid. Let us know down below which fabrics and which patterns you'll be sewing with this spring, and you can always contact us as well via our email address and our social media, which all the info will be down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe because we have new videos every single week, and we will see you again next week. Bye!